My name is Yaila, and if you've watched the videos before, you know that I tap into the collective and I get an intuitive collective reading for the month of December. So I will probably have my eyes closed throughout the reading just because I do it right here live with you. So let me just tap in super fast. And I always just like to ask for a blessing for you tuning in. Creator of all that is, please bring forth the information and any healing for the collective's highest and best good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please guide me with accuracy. Okay, so I'm getting a couple colors, two really strong ones. So the first color I'm getting is a really soft, pale pink, almost like a rose pink. Whenever I get that color, immediately that energy to me represents compassion. So a big one is compassion. I'm seeing like it's almost like the energy is split for the month of December for the collective. So it's like one side is compassion, and then the blue is it's like a really royal, almost like my nails, like a cobalt royal blue. And what I'm hearing with that color is standing in your power. So compassion and standing in your power. And it feels like we might have a play on both the energies, and then some of you might feel like you're in one camp more than the other. And so let me just kind of ask about these two colors individually. So as far as that soft pale pink for the collective compassion, it just feels like, and I'm one of those people, the holidays can be kind of tricky for some people. So just giving yourself grace and compassion, and also just giving compassion to family members that show up or friends that show up, and maybe they bring up conversations that you'd rather not have, or, you know, whatever they're going through, sometimes they can project certain things onto you, or it's almost like their wounds, their traumas come to the surface. And so instead of playing in that energy with them, just send them love, send them compassion, send yourself some love and compassion as well. So that's the most part for that soft pale pink color. As I was about to switch over to the blue, the last little message the guides brought in was it's also representing hope. So for things going on in the world right now, when you hold that compassion for other beings. So I feel like everything in the universe is a sentient being. It's everybody has a right to live their body, you know, have a like thriving life. And so the guides are bringing in some hope. Hope for the future, hope for the next year, hope for yourself, hope for your family, for your friends. And that is the energy that's really going to help shift. We're kind of on that, the edge is what they're showing me. We're kind of on the edge of that cliff where we're about to like switch over into that new dynamic, but we're just right there at the tipping point. So just keep that hope for the outcome that you want. And with that, it coincides with that standing in your power, realizing that you do have a say. So if some people are coming at you with gnarly energy or comments or conversations, or you're seeing that around you, not even a part of you, stand in your power and know what you deserve, know what you are here to create for yourself, and don't let all those outside things pull you out of your true alignment. So it's kind of the first messages for December 2023 as we wrap out this year. Let's see what things to watch out for. What should the collective watch out for December 2023? What I'm hearing is false promises. So false promises that you are saying to yourself, to other people, but you're also hearing from outside around you, collective higher ups, just watching out for false promises, because it feels like, might be like for some of you, people are just kind of saying certain things to kind of let it be kosher as is to wrap up the rest of the year. But there's an underlying truth that is the more prevalent. So this month of December, you really want to anchor in, stand in your power, but anchor in your own gut intuition. And so if someone's saying something, it just feels off, or it just kind of feels like, that doesn't feel like the whole truth, just take everything with a grain of salt. Watch out for false promises from people, places, things going on around you. Let the actions speak louder than the words is also what the guides are saying. So trust your intuition for this month. And if it feels off, it's probably off. So go ahead and take those extra measures for yourself where you feel is most in alignment for you. And just let the cards fall where they may. And you might notice that those false promises aren't really flowing through like they said they might. So that's what's to watch out for. And let's just see if there's any last messages for you, the collective, for December. They're giving me a couple of words. The first one was forgiveness, and the other one was freedom. And so, as you are learning to forgive yourself for past choices, past ways of being, as you're forgiving other people for choices they made and how they've shown up, it's going to be your pathway to freedom for this month and into the new year. So, we're really at it's like a closing out of cycles type of energy. If I were to tap into what it feels like right now, it feels like certain cycles are closing out and we are here to forgive and move forward. We are here to focus on our freedom. And it's not freedom just physically, but it's like mental, spiritual, emotional freedom. The things that were tying us down up until this point, and they're showing me from like decades past, it's going to be easing up. And so this is kind of that last month of closing out old cycles, closing out old ways of doing things. And when you bring in that forgiveness, that compassion, focusing on your hope and giving yourself and other people grace, it's really going to lead to a lot more freedom. So watch those false promises from outside things, trust your intuition, and lean into your compassion and forgiveness. And you will wrap up the rest of this year with flying colors. Let's see if there's any teeny tiny last little messages for you, the collective. And the last thing the guides are bringing in for you is you are so loved. Sometimes if you feel lost or forgotten about from God, source, the universe, or even people in your life, just know you are so much more loved than sometimes we realize that we are, and to not forget that. So that is the message for the collective from December.